Man, doing legs on Mondays suck. Probably not gonna be able to move around at all tonight. Sit on the couch. What can I do? It's not a bad idea. Let's go. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to an all-new episode of Brian's Jerky Journey. This is a home edition, episode number 28. I am your host, the scruffy, not shaved, but soon will be shaving, looks sweet, but always misbehaving host in the place to be, the notorious Brian G. And episode 28, we're going to actually be doing another one of the jerkies that was sent to me, and actually kind of falls in line with the special announcement I like to make regarding some news that I heard this week. So, the jerky, first and foremost, let's talk about the jerky, is Koh Jerky, and they sent me two packages. This is the beef jerky spicy, and this is the Chinese barbecue spicy. And they are based out of Las Vegas, Nevada, and that's actually the big announcement. I was actually informed this week that at my work, one of my we use a vendor to handle some of our business. And last year, as a thank you for us being like one of their first clients and being a reference point for them to get new business, and then at the end of this year, we've given them additional business. Last year, because of the first full year of being a new client with them, they actually wanted to thank us. So they flew me and another one of my coworkers out to Las Vegas for the first day of March Madness, all expense paid. Put us up at the win. It was awesome. It was a close second to my the second time I went to Vegas for my wife for my 5-year wedding anniversary. So, but it was a very good trip, and I had a really good time. And I just thought to myself, that was great. If it ever happens again, awesome. And I just found out this week that they're going to do it again. So I'm going to be going back out there for March Madness this year, and plan on visiting a couple establishments around there and maybe doing an actual in-store episode. So I know that there's a couple locations there that sell beef jerky specifically, and I'm going to probably try to reach out to them and see if I can do some sort of a special there. On my last day there. So normally when I've gone out to Vegas, it's usually Wednesday to Saturday. I take a red eye back Friday night into Saturday morning. Don't know what it is. Love red eye flights from Vegas. Have a great time for that. But then like that Friday is kind of the day to myself. So like last year, I wanted to just kind of check out some parts of Vegas. I guess I stayed at the Wynn last year, the Treasure Island Casino. I don't know if anyone's familiar with it. Actually has a Marvel's Avengers station there. My kids are huge into Marvel, so I actually went there and checked it out. Didn't do the tour. There's a tour component there, but basically when you walk in, there's like some basic exhibits, the tour entrance, and then the store, the retail store. So I went and I bought my kids a couple shirts, my wife and I a couple shirts, and it was great. And funny enough, when I got the shirts for what my kids' sizes normally are in the East Coast, it actually wears a lot smaller on the West Coast. So the size that I got them was actually too small for them. And I just thought, if I went back again, I'll go back there and get them bigger shirts. So, and I am, so I will. But so that Friday I'm just looking to do, maybe 1 or 2 visits somewhere and check them out. So if you're based in the Las Vegas area and you'd like me to come see you, send me a private message through my Instagram at Brian's Jerky Journey. But let's dig into Koh Jerky. So nice little red packaging here. In the back, it tells you what's in it. So this is a beef jerky spicy. It is a 2-ounce package. There's no nutritional content, but they do list ingredients in here. So for this, it's got beef, sesame oil, sugar, fish sauce, which is anchovy fish, salt, sugar, garlic, chili pepper, lemongrass, and black pepper. And there is a disclaimer that does contain anchovies. So be very interesting to see how this goes. So let's dig into that. The beef jerky spicy for Koh Jerky out of Las Vegas, Nevada. They're actually based out of South Valley View Boulevard, Suite 242 in Las Vegas. Tear into that. And it's actually, I don't know if this is a beef jerky injury or not, but I just got this really nagging little cut on my thumb right here, and it's probably the worst place to get a cut on your fingers because it's like the point of the finger that you pretty much use for everything. The thumb is a very underrated finger in my opinion. So, all right, so I'm already getting a scent. So here it is right here, and I'm already getting a scent of it from here, and I can already smell what they mean by the anchovy. So taking it out for tenderness, texture, initial scent. Take a couple other ones out here. Yeah, these are very dry. So yeah, and I think it might. Yeah, and right now I don't know if you can see it or not, but I'm getting whatever filmy substance is on here all over my fingers. So I'm not necessarily thrilled with it, but despite it, the fact that it is dry, I'm still able to move it rather easily. Put a little effort into it. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. Tenderness and texture. This has got a dry component to it. I'm going to give it a 2. It's going to be my lowest one so far for tenderness and texture. So, scent and smell, like I said, I can already smell kind of a fishy component from the bag as with it maybe 4 or 5 inches away from my nose. So, let's get a little bit of a stronger sniff. So funny enough, because it's got an anchovy component to it, it kind of has a kind of a sardine smell. And sardines, for me being full-blooded Portuguese, we eat sardines, fried sardines. So it does kind of bring back some childhood memories. But yeah, I think maybe from a nostalgia point that helps. But I mean, when you're smelling beef jerky and it smells like fish, you're wondering if it's fish jerky. So there's a confusion component to that. So I'm going to give it a 3 for scent and smell. And then let's see how it chews and tastes. And this is the spicy one. Chili pepper and garlic. That's probably what the hint is right there. So literally as I'm chewing it, I'm already getting the heat before I swallow it. But it got a very chewy texture, which I think kind of lends to the fact that it had kind of a dry tenderness and texture. So, but this is good. I don't think it's that bad, despite how it came off from a touch and smell standpoint. It's got a good taste to it, and this is 2 servings. So, I would classify this as a good road trip jerky. You give yourself a nice cold drink, iced coffee, or even a hot coffee for that matter. Despite living in New England, I drink iced coffee all year round. So I'm going to give that a 4 on chewiness and taste. All right. We'll go to the second one here. The Chinese barbecue. So you can see right here, it's like a little bit of whatever spices are on there are kind of showing on the package here. So let's look at the ingredients here. This one says it contains anchovy. So good to know if you're allergic to anchovies. So beef, sesame oil, sugar, fish, anchovy, garlic, chili pepper, lemongrass, black pepper, barbecue flavor, onion powder, garlic powder, some different spices, red spices. So that's what you're seeing right there is the red spices. So, all right, let's dig into it. Okay. A very dry component to this, and I don't see any little moisture packs. So that probably is the reason why it's as dry as it is. But this could also just be a sample pack. So, as I've heard from others, sometimes they sample packs. They don't have it in there because it's smaller. So yeah. So again, nice firm piece, not flimsy, but again the little jerky dance. It almost looks like there's hair on here, but that's not hair. That's just that's just kind of the seasons. So I'm going to give this a 3, tenderness and texture, and then let's see how it smells. I really don't smell anything on it. It smells like kind of falls more in line with an original, which is kind of surprising considering that it's considered barbecue. you'd think you'd smell a smokiness component to that. So I'm going to give it a 3 as well. And then see how it chews and tastes. Again, another good road trip jerky. But look at this. Look at my hands. All that stuff coming off my hands. Maybe not a good road trip jerky. And I'm trying to level set expectations for how I eat this. Because it'll vary by type. This is beef. We have a more exotic. It's going to have to lend itself to it, though. And then a lot of people have been telling me I should try Bitlong. Which in there's a totally different component to how that's made as well. So, yeah. Again, it really takes you a while to chew it. And it does have a nice kick of flavor to it. So, I'll give it a 4 for chewiness and taste. So, thank you people at Koh Jerky out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Which I will be at the start of March Madness. And it's actually a very interesting time this year as it relates to when March Madness is starting. So, excuse me as I finish. So basically the first 4 games, the first 4 and the final 4. So the first 4 games are actually being played on the 17th. So March Madness is kicking off on St. Patrick's Day on a Tuesday. So it's going to be a very interesting time down there. When I was there last year, it was pandemonium. And it's only going to get worse this year, I think, because March 18th happens to be the first day of the NFL New Year. And on the first day of the NFL New Year is when you start to hear about these rampant free agent signings. Las Vegas is going to have the former Oakland Raiders playing there this year. So it's their first year announcing free agent signings. And then a certain quarterback from my beloved team is a free agent. And there's uncertainty as to where he's playing yet. My hope is that he stays where he is. But there's also a rumor going around that he could be going there. So it'd be very interesting to see what happens if I'm there and that happens. But it's going to be a wild time and a good time. And I be on the lookout for that episode when it happens. I'm probably going to try to do 1 or 2 episodes, either a showcase, a store showcase, or a particular brand that's out there, like what I just did with a Koh. So that'll do it for episode 28 of Brian's Jerky Journey. You can like my video over here, and you can watch prior videos over here. And you can look down here for my contact information, where you can like me on my social media channels on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And then, yeah, and that's pretty much it. So that'll do it for episode 28 of Brian's Jerky Journey. I hope you enjoyed the journey with me. You join me in the next one. Thanks. Brian's Jerky Journey is through. If you don't like jerky, go screw.